at 106 South St. Mary's, and I don't know if they've dispatched anybody. I just got a text message, and I just want to make sure someone was still coming out. Okay, alright, thank you.
She's ready to accept service right now. Would you mind coming up there with me?
Yeah, I'll come up there with you.
Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna try to go and do service right now with the service process. You come up with me. Yeah, you stay here. Look, wait for the cops. Don't look like you're going on.
No, it's dying though. It doesn't have much longer.
My charger's in the car.
And I have my other phone on me, my Seattle business.
You know what level the child support is?
No, sir.
Floor 2.
Okay, so
Process server, transfer, machine Mazaheri. We're all gonna be witnesses.
it's kind of amazing here.
Yeah.
Go in.
Okay, please have a seat.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Chris,
Yes.
come on in. Mr. Salvati?
Yes. Yeah.
Step out of my office.
Oh, okay. Is there a
Step
reason
out of
why?
my office. You're not welcome here.
Can you tell me why?
Because this is a private law office. Step out, sir.
Are you gonna be returning the child to,
You can-
Miss
Okay.
This room?
Please
Will you
do-
be
I
accepting?
would
Please
rather
leave
this
the
take place
office.
Can you
right
call
here.
for law enforcement?
Please,
It's
He's
not
my
gonna,
witness.
sir, do you hear your process server? He doesn't want us, he doesn't want us, you know what, they can both leave. You can both leave, call 911.
Okay.
Yeah, we'd love for 911 to come. Interfering with process service is a crime. Assisting your client.
Did you hear him?
No, ma'am.
He's not willing to step into my office. He has brought a hostile person that won't step
Police,
out of our
please.
lobby.
I'm
Do
not
you wanna
hostile.
talk to your process
To
server?
No,
106
no one's being hostile.
South St. Mary's.
I don't
This is
feel,
the people who
Sweet.
I
hired you.
understand that's Raymond,
Is
and I
Dreyer
don't feel
and
uncomfortable
Mazaheri
at this
law
point
firm?
stepping in your office
Your
because
process server doesn't
the
feel
reason-
comfortable stepping
the
in to
reason
serve.
why
We
is
have two
because
people
you
in the office
informed
that have asked
Mr.
to
Raymond
leave
that I
and
do not
refused to
provide
leave,
ID.
even though we've asked them more than once. Yes, an overweight Hispanic man around 40 wearing a bright orange shirt,
Coral.
and another overweight, possibly white man,
Why don't
wearing a
you tell
white
them?
t-shirt
Raymond wants you
and
to step
gym
outside.
shorts.
You're on speaker, Chris can hear you.
Transfer the documents over properly.
Yes.
Did you hear him?
What's that, Raymond?
Is that if she asks you to step out of her office and you guys can't, I guess the
I
friendship
don't think so,
be able
no.
to get along?
She,
to be able
I,
to deliver
we're,
service to Ms. Kell?
No.
we're being fine, sir. It's the fact that there was already an allegation made that I
I'm
didn't
sorry?
provide my process server ID and,
No, you didn't
the
provide a
attorney,
code
let
and
me
your
finish,
name.
please.
You only
The
provided a
attorney is
driver.
asking me to step into the office, and I'm unwilling to step into the office. I can,
Hold on. I know both of you
Yes, or 210-472-1400. That's the main office number.
Raymond, are
Yes,
you,
ma'am.
Raymond, would you like me to
Alright.
finish what I'm saying here?
Thank you.
I'm willing to do
Bye-bye.
this in the lobby, I'm not going to go in a closed office.
Okay.
And I'm here with the documents, I'm not going in the closed office after the allegations that were made a few minutes ago that you
Sir, you've
informed
been
me of.
asked to leave these premises, they're private, step out.
Ms. Rashin,
Yeah,
can you allow your client to step out into the lobby so that she can accept service of process?
no, because your process server brought an entourage with him. Hi, I need police ASAP. I have a person with a protective order here that I don't feel safe around. He refuses to leave my offices even though I've asked him twice. The address is 106 South St. Mary, Suite 230. Rashin Mazaheri. Mazaheri. I am not the protected person, but he is a violent person.
Who's violent?
She says I'm violent.
210
I don't think anybody's been violent.
472-1400.
Are you making a false report?
No, but he won't leave my office. He has no business whatsoever in my office. He's been harassing me electronically.
No. I'd like to see that. She says I've been harassing her electronically. She must be talking to police and
Hispanic George Eric Saldana, 41 years old. He's wearing a salmon-colored shirt, jeans, black shoes. Thank you.
What was that?
Oh, that was me making a police report. Go get security guard and
No,
tell
I
her to
understand
get
the police report, but who was the person that you just identified? Is he working with Chris?
Why don't you ask Chris, because Chris
He's
decided
an
to bring these
advocate,
people.
he's an advocate that was brought here with your client.
Ms. Mazaheri can't interfere with legal process and Ms. Mazaheri can't interfere with a felony,
That's
so.
George Saldana speaking. He thinks he's a lawyer. Yeah.
Can you put me on a private line so we're not talking above everybody else?
You're off speaker.
I've stepped out.
Yeah, I don't feel comfortable.
We'll see.
Oh, he finally stepped out. I am the attorney, ma'am. Step out of my office.
I don't like all these allegations.
Yeah, she's making a false police report. So we're outside of Mazaheri's law firm. They're gonna call security and have us booted, but that's okay. We got law enforcement coming. She's obviously interfering with the civil process. As y'all just saw, she called law enforcement and said that I was being, what did she say?
Violent.
I was being violent.
And she wanted me to step inside the office to serve legal documents when earlier there was allegations that I did not provide my identification, in which I did do so as asked at the time when I was asked prior to this. And that's why I don't feel comfortable going into the office.
She's making allegations that we're this or that. Her receptionist, yes, we can record you just like you record us. We're not scared. Assisting her client in to keep the child as interference with child custody. That's also assisting in a felony. But we'll see. We'll just play it like it is. It's getting pretty interesting. All of this because grandma already has sole custody. Grandma has sole custody. The client that she has no custody, no physical custody, no legal custody, she's not even blood related. So we're here to obtain the child because while her client's here, we want to make sure that her client knows that interference with child custody is a state jail felony. Of course, being an advocate, I'm being called a lot of names. They didn't even mention my shirt color correctly. It's coral. She said salmon. What did the other guy say? That's not very hip. And he looks hip. Look, he's got the shoes. He's got that. He looks hip, right? And so now they're trying to boot us out of the legal firm, and we're just trying to serve process. I think we should ask law enforcement just to have the client step out here and serve her, and then we go about our way. File a police report, and we go.
That sounds about right. That's all I'm trying to do. That's all I'm here for.
So we have 3 cameras filming, right? Mazaheri's camera was filming, his guy was filming, right? So there's a total of 5 cameras that are all filming. I'm sorry, 4. And Mazaheri was saying that we were being unruly. The service processor is just trying to serve legal documents. We came with him to try to obtain the child. The child's supposed to be in grandma's custody. She's downstairs. And so, who knows? They're gonna try to probably trespass me or whatever in the hallway. And so, we'll go from there. If she's making a false police report, we're gonna go ahead and ask that as well. She can make all the allegations she wants, but unfortunately, her summoning police for something that wasn't correct, that needs to be dealt with. These lawyers can't be, it's just, these lawyers are playing these games. The court order, Tina Torres has already signed off on these sole custody orders out of Bexar County. And so there she is again, she's coming out. Is Maribel in there?
She is in there. I just, with the allegations like that, I don't even feel comfortable going inside.
Yeah, I'm gonna call Raymond, I'll talk to him too. So I was the one who reached out to him. But
Because that's, the thing is, the initial allegation on the phone was, Raymond was saying basically I did not provide my identification or my name, that I refused. And then when we came up here together, the attorney wanted me to enter the office by myself.
Yeah.
And at that point, I didn't feel comfortable because it you know, something's not right about that.
so that's who we're dealing with. Very unethical, very, very unethical for this attorney, but this is how she plays. And this is, you know, what's going on. So we'll see what happens.
So your security.
Everything okay here? Yeah, everything's fine. We're just waiting on law enforcement.
Okay.
So we all need to say that, you know, she said we were being violent. This has been on record since we walked in. You can scroll back, you can see how we weren't violent. All we were trying to do is get the service process. We came with the service processor and grandma to try to obtain the child because grandma has sole managing conservator. And so at this point right now, we are just here with everything going on. We're waiting on.
You guys want me down on the first floor?
No, sir, we'll wait right here. Thank you. So we're waiting on law
I'm
enforcement.
gonna wait here too.
Okay, that's fine. We're waiting on law enforcement, and they're gonna try to help this process server perfect service. Again, Ms. Mazaheri is aiding in a state jail felony by not letting her client turn over the child. So we're here at the Mazaheri law firm. We're waiting on law enforcement. This should get better. I mean, we're not doing anything illegal, immoral, unethical, or unlawful. All we're trying to do is, you know, gain access to the child as the judge in Bexar County has already rendered grandma sole custody. And this is the problem. These lawyers know that. If y'all can send this video to the State Bar of Texas, that would help me out. I'm going to get to it. There's going to be another grievance done. There's going to be criminal charges filed with SAPD when they get here for interfering with process service and also, you know, aiding her client in the felony. And if her client's in there, we'd like to know because we'd like to show her paperwork for her to turn over the child. And so, all your lawyers that are watching, all my friends, this is a bit of a tactic that we kind of came up with, but at the same time, Ms. Mazaheri said I've been what? Violent with her. I've never met her. This is the first time.
And then the gentleman over there sitting down was referring to our height and weight as like fat or heavy set or something, some derogatory
overweight.
names.
Yeah, he
Overweight.
likes to call us names.
He's one
Very,
dog.
very, he's, he called us names. He said I was a fat guy or a big guy or whatever. What do you say? Do you remember?
Overweight.
Overweight guy. Dude, it's all right. We live in San Antonio where the tacos are great. Sorry he doesn't indulge in tacos as much as I do. But anyhow, we'll get his name for the public so everybody can say hello to him when they see him on the scene of San Antonio. But we're here at Mazaheri for those that are just joining in right now. I'm helping grandmother who has sole management conservatorship obtain her grandchild, whom she was awarded full custody August 5th. Rashin Mazaheri, the attorney here, has been interfering with her obtaining the child. She interfered with a writ of habeas, or a writ of attachment. Now she's interfering with a writ of habeas corpus. The process server is here. She's throwing allegations around. That's why we're all recording. We all doing this, and so you know, we called law enforcement, and we're waiting on law enforcement now. I thought you said he was gonna wait. He left.
Oh, the security guards.
So that's what we're doing. It'll be interesting. Everybody that's involved in this law firm needs to be exposed because realistically what they're doing. Let me just change the camera. So anyhow,
Raymond, so this is Chris.
so we're trying to.
So I want to explain something to you.
Anyway.
Because of the initial allegations that you informed me about, stating that the attorney or Maribel herself called you up and informed you that I refused my identification, and because of that, once we came back up here to deliver the legal documents to Maribel Hill, the attorney had looked at the advocate and basically said, "You are not welcome here. This is a private law firm. Get out of my office or leave my office." There's also, I think, the daughter.
So we're waiting on law enforcement. Hopefully they'll show up soon.
Here as well.
We're gonna stay live as long as we have batteries. We're also backing up
She
on
said
another
Mr.
on
McCoy
another
and
camera.
Chris, come into my office, and I refused to come inside the office. And after asking kindly if she could please bring Maribel Hill into the lobby, that way I
stay
can
with
deliver
us.
the legal documents to her. Not at any time did I actually see
Mazaheri is
Maribel
refusing
Hill
to serve
in the
it.
office.
We think the
So
client's
I
in there.
can't say yes, she was
We're trying to tell the client we're not.
so I just think we didn't feel comfortable, and at that point, I guess the attorney started to make a phone call to the police, basically saying that she said we're both being
This is just crazy.
and
Attorneys
attorneys
hate when you
ludicrous stuff that she
try to
was saying
advocate
to the police. So right now, me, the advocate, and I believe the daughter to the client, we are out here in the hallway, just outside of the things on the way between these two.
Legal games, which Mazaheri's playing, right? The order's been signed by the judge. So when we get out of here, we're probably gonna go to the judge's chambers and drop this video. If y'all want, I'll send this video to the 45th District Court in Bear County. Feel free. But attorneys don't have the right to, well, they can zealously fight for the client's rights, they cannot be within the bounds of the law. Refusing to take service, claiming service, the man is just trying to serve papers. He's just trying to serve papers. And, you know, there, all this stuff about hiding and stuff, you know, what we said was, hey, look, you can't deny service. And it's just a.
But the thing is though, being in a closed office like that, I literally will not do that. Maybe
I don't know.
the process
They
is
said they will file trespassing.
and it should right away with all of the allegations immediately after that. And so I can't put myself.
And then we're getting we're being told that we're overweight. And,
Yeah, I don't know, that's different than what I'm talking about, but what I'm talking about simply is I felt
What's really messing with me today is that they didn't even name my shirt color correctly. It's actually coral, it's not salmon, it's not pink, it's
Well,
not.
we have it on video recording as well, so we have
Yeah.
3 videos recording.
Yeah. So, anyway, hey, just.
He was here about 5
At this
years.
point, you're
prior.
illegally recording
So
conversations
I don't know
with
anything about
clients.
that. I was hired
No, we're
for
not.
this job and
We're not here.
I'm not talking to you.
So that's really not
If
my
you're
deal
picking
or
up
my
any
business.
voice, it's wiretapping, and you will be
I'm
charged.
not picking up any voices.
How can you not pick up?
Tasha.
How am I picking it up?
who's-
How are
The
we
same
able
way
to
we
hear
can hear
outside?
you.
Why are you
I'm not
picking
able
on
to hear
her?
him.
The same way we can
downstairs
hear
outside.
you.
I'm not
Are
able
you
to hear
picking on
him
the child?
though.
Why are you picking
How
on
are
the
you
Are
child?
you a child?
I'm not gonna answer you.
Yeah,
He's saying you're a child.
No.
You cannot record conversations, it's illegal.
it's a one-party state.
He's not talking to you, he's on the phone.
We're
You
not
cannot-
recording him.
That's what I'm talking about. When he's on the phone, you need to stop. Those are clients calling.
There's a door here, we're not listening.
It's a
to-
glass door with a wide opening.
There's a attorney-client privilege between you and the client, not your receptionist and the
It's my
client.
entire office and my
Oh, okay.
clients.
Good job.
You need to do a little better on your Google University.
Okay. Wow, really?
Can't
So
hear
she's
shit.
so she's saying that because we have another advocate here, which is you know, the aunt of the baby, right? And so the aunt is here, who's an advocate for her niece that we're trying to obtain, because she's recording the building inside by glass door. They're saying we're wiretapping into his conversation with the telephone, which I think is very hilarious. But for them to even come up with that, I mean, that's it's pretty entertaining that she would stoop that low to come in and say that. They really are feeling uncomfortable about all of this, and this is why everybody in San Antonio, this law firm right here needs to be exposed for the dirty dealings. The state bar disciplinary rules of professional conduct say that, you know, lawyers are supposed to act with ethics and integrity. They can't help their client commit any crimes, you know. And at this point, hey, you made fun of my weight. I'm gonna make fun of your lip. Pimp with the lip. So, this is pretty interesting deal. But as I was saying, you know, when you have sole managing conservatorship, and I'm killing time, I'm reiterating a lot of stuff for people that are signing on and signing off. We're waiting on law enforcement to get here. Service process guy is trying to serve papers. Rashin Mazaheri is trying to interfere with that. We believe that Maribel Kell, the one he's trying to serve, is behind those doors right there.
Because, you know, that's really.
And they're trying to be
I
sort
cannot
of
help that.
technicalities. They're saying, come inside.
I really wish you had hired me for this.
And the process of
You hired me for this. You put me with the cost. I did my job and I came here. And now all of a sudden it's like, it sounds like the whole thing's blowing up and it shouldn't be that way. So I'm
really
asking
felony
for
charge
that.
for, you know, interference with the process service. And, you know, it's just too bad that we have attorneys in here that don't want to follow their rules of the state law. They don't. They just want to, you know, it's one thing to zealously fight for your client, but it has to be within the bounds of the law. That's in the disciplinary rules of professional conduct. It's in the Texas Ethics Commission Opinion 405. And all we're trying to do is lawful stuff. We're not harassing, we're not threatening. In this day of age, everybody's recording to make sure that for everybody's safety. And the woman with the hat, you know, we've done videos on her and we're going to continue to do videos. But she really doesn't like us recording her. And so I think she gets really, really upset. That guy really, really likes me. Maybe he thinks I'm cute. Maybe he's digging the beard. Ooh, he's coughing.
Well, and I was, and I mean, it's just the thing is.
And it sucks now because there's a processor. He's just trying to do things right. The boss man that hired him is listening to the attorney. Why are you causing issues? He's not. He's just trying to serve paper. We came with him to try to perfect the sole custody agreement that Grandma has in her hand. If Mazaheri has an order, like she says she has an order, we would ask her to produce it. Because Mazaheri says, well, your orders are being challenged in court. There's motions. Well, motions don't equal to an order. An order is an order that are even signed by the judge for warning you about sole custody. Just because you file something doesn't overturn an order. They're trying to take advantage of Grandma because Grandma's a pro se litigant. In these days of ages, she was like, I need to do better. Mazaheri, the lawyer, said I needed to do better to with my legal stuff, right? Hey man, I'm not a lawyer, I'm an advocate. But we all have cell phones, we all have iPhones, we all have tablets, we all have an iPhone, right? So the information is all there.
Okay.
It's my nitty-gritty. I graduated from high school, I have some 60-something credits in college, and you know, I think I'm competent to read and comprehend the things that I read. So the research I've been doing for the last 5 years, I've been on it. I've talked to legislators, I've talked to law enforcement, I've talked to DAs, I've talked to people all over that agree that interference with child custody needs to be addressed. And this situation is the perfect example because Grandma has sole custody. Grandma has sole custody. And the woman that we're trying to sell or serve doesn't have nothing, no document saying she's not even a blood relative. She just took off with the baby and left. Grandma went through the civil process. Grandma got a judgment from the judge here in Barry County. She has it with her. And we're just saying, bring the child back. We'll do it at your law office peacefully. And so we're here peacefully. We all have our cameras. Nobody brought guns, nobody brought weapons. But Mazaheri just
Okay, yeah.
This guy got a protective order. Yeah, I do.
Well, it is what it is, you know, it's just the thing is people here is
because it's dirty attorneys, that false allegations being honest. He's a protective order, he's being violent, but she called the police and she called the wars. And that's a false call. Now, she was at a standby, like we requested, I think we would have been all right. But we had a call for law enforcement. And we did it about 5 minutes before we came up here. So we've been up here a while, and they haven't showed up for the standby. But I bet you they called just here 10 minutes ago, and I'm sure they're getting
Yeah, my other phone's off, by the way, so until I get it.
So, you want to talk to him? Did he get a grasp on it? Did he get a grasp on it?
Yeah, I'm just trying to separate myself from this situation. I just need to serve these and get going.
Yeah.
Because this is,
It's like blowing me out of
this is
proportion.
not going to be good with the review board.
Why?
Because I didn't bring you guys here with me.
No.
You guys came on your own, and I don't want to be mixed up in this. I'm just here to serve documents.
Well,
So-
we never asked to interfere with your service. We're just here documenting. And we're the public, and we're allowed to do that. So
I understand.
if the review board wants to ask us, we'll definitely say that we're here to enforce Grandma's custody orders.
Yeah, I'm just here to
And,
serve.
and yeah,
Deliberately is
right. And, you know,
Like you shouldn't be put through
No,
all
you
this
sh-
fucking hardship
you
just
shouldn't.
to deliver papers.
but, you know, when lawyers make these allegations, then that's where the unethical part is. That lawyers want to, sling mud. And I think it needs to be reported that she made a false report saying we were being aggressive and hostile, and we weren't. We came in, we sat down as we were told. They asked us to leave, we questioned them, and then we left. So we're not doing anything illegal.
Yeah. I gotta.
Your mom has an hasn't seen police yet?
She said she has. She says, yeah, the cops are here. She called the cops on him. I told him I have custody and he is an advocate for me, and Maribel has my baby and won't give her back.
The what?
And I told him I have custody and he is an advocate for me, and Maribel has my baby and won't give her back.
Okay, great. So she's downstairs helping the cops. Okay, great. So when the cops come up and I start talking, just hold my phone. It's live on Facebook. And so, yeah. So, so it's really bad, you know, when she's threatening people's jobs and stuff like that. So. Cops are here. Okay. How you doing, officer? Hey, what's going on? So we're two different entities, right? He needs to leave, so if you can deal with his complaint first and then my complaint, we'll just stand by. He's just trying to serve papers.
Hi, officer. Thank you for calling. Sorry, I was on the phone with my son's school. I have to pick up my little boy soon. Okay. My name's Christopher McCoy. I'm a process server here in Texas. I walked in earlier and I did not see the individual that I'm trying to do service and process on. The attorney informed me, she said, hey, do you have your ID card on the process server ID card? I didn't. She asked me for my number. I said 21175. She stopped right there, went back to the office, says, I'm going to run your information, and then you can deliver the legal documents to me. I said, I can't do that. These have to go to the actual individual.
Yeah.
I left downstairs.
How you doing? I'll be with you in a second.
And then the advocate came along with, we all sat down. The attorney asked me if I could come in the office because of there was an allegation made to the client. Previous to this, when I was outside, the client, Mr. Raymond, called me up and he said, hey, I just got off the phone with the person you're trying to deliver to. Apparently you refused your identification, you refused to provide them with your process server registration number. Because of that allegation, once I was up here, the attorney basically told them that they're not welcome. She asked me to come into the office.
Y'all are here with him?
No, we're not here with him. We just followed him in.
Gotcha.
They're separate, yes. I'm just here for service and process. I arrived completely on my own. When I came up here, because of the previous allegation, I didn't feel comfortable going behind closed doors like that with an attorney.
So what do you need right now?
I need to just deliver these legal documents to Maribel Kell, who is
what's the first name?
Christopher McCloy.
Sorry, we need to get out of here fast, so we'll get you out of here fast.
Can you just go with him inside the office and help be a witness to him
Because
serving?
I asked if I could serve her if I can deliver the legal documents in the lobby, and the attorney said only inside the office with the door closed, and I said I'm not comfortable doing that.
That's fine. Your phone number?
It's 253 or sorry 210 810 7900.
And your number? Your
21175, and the expiration date is sometimes I ask for that 6/30/24.
Okay. So I mean, I can just stand by, go in there with you. It's a civil process,
Yes.
so if you refuse or anything like that, that's on you. I can't, enforce anything. It's all
And
civil.
then do you mind? I'm going to set up my camera.
I got a camera. So.
Okay. Well, I won't have.
Yeah,
I
let's just
won't have
expedite
the
this
camera.
because we're waiting. There's like 3
Well,
people.
I'm just putting the camera on.
Let's go.
Will you let me know if Maribel's on?
Yes.
Thank you. So we got SAPD, which is good, right? That's why I wasn't worried about them calling the police. We weren't being unruly, right? We're doing everything legally, but now the officer, sworn peace officer, is gonna watch this process server deliver to Maribel Kell. And so, I don't know what they're gonna do now. They're gonna talk. He needs to leave. So So if Maribel's in there, I don't know why they want to do it in the office. She closed the door, now she has the door wide open. I guess she didn't like that we were recording in her office, even though it's a one-party state. He's working that right now, but we're two different. We got a separate issue.
Okay.
So the grandma downstairs has sole custody. I'm an advocate for interference with child for interference with child custody. Right? We've talked to the sheriff. We've talked to the DAs and everything else. And so we're trying to figure out if the person who's trying to serve is in there who has the child legally, because a lawyer can't assist a client in the felony. She delivers legal documents like this. Is she in there?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So,
Hey, officer, what was your name and badge number?
Mank and 335.
Hold on. What was it again?
Mank 335.
Mank 335.
M-A-N-C-K.
How about you, ma'am?
I wasn't dealing with your incident, but Hernandez 978.
Thank you. You guys have a good day.
Okay, so we came in separately from him, right? So Maribel, who he was trying to serve, that was an arranged deal because we tried to serve her in El Paso, and they dodged service in the past, right? So grandma downstairs, I guess you met with her. She has sole managing observer. So we're having problems in El Paso, and again, I'm just the advocate, and I don't do family law. All I'm doing is how to file an interference with child custody charge, right? Okay. So if Maribel was in there, then she needs to tell her client to turn over the child because we have orders stating that grandma is sole managing. Grandma hasn't been able to locate the child. El Paso failed at the missing persons. They didn't want to do interference with child custody. They didn't want to do charges for interference with a process service, any of that stuff. So Bexar County got it, right? The only reason we didn't call Bexar County out here is because we're in San Antonio's jurisdiction, right? If we can get the reports done, we want to go down to the courthouse and file it with the Bexar County administrative office, right, that they have in the court, and file that with interference with child custody. And if she's assisting her client in the felony, then she needs to be brought up on charges as well. So, grandma has every right to that child. Her client, if she has paperwork, she stated that she has paperwork that says her client has custody. So we just need, if Maribel's in there, to turn over the child, and if not, we need to do a welfare check and roll into a missing persons if that's the case.
So, is grandma down here, she's your client that you're advocating for?
Yeah, well, not a client, but yeah,
But, like-
advocate, right.
So, okay. And so who last had custody of the child?
She has never had custody. So
But-
the maternal mom and grandma, which is her sister, right?
aunt.
She's the aunt of the child, right? Relinquished her rights to grandma, and grandma's downstairs. She has sole custody. Wherever the child is illegally being restrained or retained, however you want to put it, right? We've tried to do a welfare check, we've tried to do a missing persons. It's all documented. Everybody in Bexar County, CID knows what's going on. But again, if she's aiding her client in a felony, then she needs to be brought up on charges as well. So it's interference with child custody is a state jail felony. We have the right to file a felony complaint. You can't deny us. I mean, and we're not here, it's not a civil matter because now she never had custody. Grandma just got custody August 5th, 2022. It hadn't even been 60 days. And she's helping her client avoid service. She's helping her client secrete the child, right? So at this point, what we came for is if Maribel was here, put her attorney, hey, tell your client to turn over the child. If not, you get a bar grievance, you get felony charges for assisting your client. She can't tell her client to break the law, especially a felony.
And Maribel is her daughter or?
No, Maribel was just a family friend.
Okay.
And she took off with the child. When she called the SAPD a year and a half ago, they said it's a civil matter, go through the civil process, right? So that's what she did. August 5th, civil process ended, right? And they gave grandma sole custody. You saw those paperwork, it's stamped, sealed, got a pen signature with it from the district clerk that she had just got it. So she's trying to obtain what the judge gave her. And then this one says, well, we're just gonna file motions and stuff. A motion is not an order of the court. You can file whatever you want. And we encourage her to file whatever she wants. But at the same time, you know, you want to go by the legal rule, okay, well then we can go by the legal rule. And one of the things that bothers me is I don't know how you got it on your message to respond, but she said that we were being violent, all three of us. We have 3 cameras. We came in here just to conduct legal business. And she calls and she tells SAPD he's got a protective order and he's got this and he's here and he's being what was the word that?
Violent.
I was being violent.
None of those things were on our call.
Okay, well, we got him on recording when she's talking to dispatch or whoever. And so, you know, if she's making false reports to police to gain the upper hand in all of this, then that needs to be reported too. Because all I'm here is to help grandma retrieve the child that the Bexar County Court has already given.
What's Maribel's last name?
Kell. K-E-L-L.
And so who do you work for?
I don't, I'm retired. I'm a retired Houston fireman.
And do you know her date of birth?
So you're not with any,
I just help parents.
You know Maribel's date of birth?
It's January. I'm not sure. It's
Grandma
January
would have it
something.
downstairs. I think you spoke with grandma.
Okay, I guess I'll go a bit more detailed information. Did you already talk to?
so.
Not about this.
So there's that.
Hey, George.
Yes, sir.
I'll have the paperwork pretty soon.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
$10. I got served nothing by receipt. So she wants to call me as a witness, which is fine. Anyway, so yeah, so I got subpoenaed to court, which is great because now I get to tell my story how an order of the court, this probably could backfire. It's hard, but I get to go to court. Are you under here trying to do crazy? I was thinking like now she's subpoenaed me. She gave me $10.
George,
Yes.
can you hold this?
Okay. So she's serving me, and it's probably because she doesn't want me in the judicial hearing. So she's going to call me a little later to see what happens. But we'll see. Hold on. Law enforcement's coming. We're trying to figure this all out.
Okay, so here's the deal. She's gonna take y'all downstairs with grandma, get y'all's half. I'm gonna go in there, get their half.
Okay.
We're gonna do the interference. The thing is just to get you separate.
Right, that's cool.
So
And
we're
that
gonna
way,
go-
like, we have y'all together, like, that way hear it from both of y'all.
Can we sit in the AC in the lobby though?
Yeah, I
Is this-
actually told her, like, she was standing in the sun. So I
Well, we
told
didn't
her
want to.
outside.
They were already threatening trespass. You know.
Well, then you are gonna get trespassed.
Okay, cool.
That's her right as
Yeah,
you know,
that's
as
fine.
tenant.
Private property,
Yeah.
but-
But I wasn't in her deal. Is this private right here?
This whole building is private property.
But shouldn't the owners of the property trespass me? or-
She's gonna trespass you from the office.
Okay.
Security, because you didn't cooperate, and want to trespass from the building.
Nobody informed me that I would be.
They told me they.
No, we got it on recording.
Okay, but they informed you they wanted you to leave, and now it's enough.
She told me to leave her office. I stepped out.
And security said they wanted you to leave downstairs.
To go downstairs.
Or so they told me, and
Okay.
you didn't do that.
Oh, okay.
And so now they're trespassing from the building.
Okay, that's
All right.
fine. Yeah, I don't need
So
to come back.
Go ahead and take them out.
Okay, cool. But I just want, while they're invoking their legal right to trespass me, I want to use my legal right for calling a false report, right? Or whatever.
Well, the thing is what was relayed to us
Okay.
was that you were just trespassing. That was it.
Okay.
So there was no report to police that you were violent or that you were causing a disturbance. You just refused to leave, and that was all that was relayed to us.
Oh, okay, but
Okay.
if she's gonna do that, then we'd like to do the
Well-
interference charge and all that stuff. It's all, which is cool.
Who's is that?
George's.
Oh, they served me right to be a witness for all this stuff. So I got paid $11.
You got paid?
Yeah, I got $11.
Wow.
Advocates do get paid.
You're fucking.
So, all right, I'm gonna get offline for a little bit. I'm gonna go talk to officers. I think we got it somewhat under control. I'm gonna give an update though, and we're gonna go live later. But then I gotta read this. So they called me as a witness on the 28th. Need a report proceedings. Anyway, but that's cool. So we'll see what happens. All right. We'll chat soon. Thanks for watching. Please share it everywhere. San Antonio Grandma or hashtag SN Grandma. Thanks.
You walk fast.
I would ask you if you're a parent or a mom, but I know you're not going to answer me because I've already done that. But a parent, when they have custody orders, right, those are their rights to their children and so that's what I do. I didn't know where my son was for 22 months, and this is why I started to ask. So.
Thank you. Come in here and we'll all talk together. That way. He's telling me kind of all of it, and I'm like, we're kind of
Get it.
both in the same place. That way, there's no confusion in the information. But let's first start with like names, date of birth for
Okay, my
those
name is
involved. So,
Tasha.
Tasha.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you mine.
Yeah, that'll work.
They served me to be a witness while I was up there.
They did?
Are you still at Cedar?
Yes, ma'am.
What's our favorites for?
I didn't want to come in because she said she was going to get me for trespassing. So.
And then we explained to them that they are going to want someone trespass from the building, not only the office, but the security already has to leave. But I mean, you're in police presence right now. We'll escort y'all later on. What's your phone number?
210-935-6257.
210-935-6257. And then what about your granddaughter? What's her name?
Alzay, Allycae. And she has the same last name, but it's hyphenated. Monroe. And then it's hyphen Barajas. Barajas.
What's her birthday?
3/10/19.
And then you told me Maribel, right, Kel?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know,
I don't think it's Madi.
Yeah, it's just
M-A-R-I.
Maribel. M-A-R-B-E-L. Sorry.
M-A-R-I?
M-A-R-P-E-L. Kel. K-E-L-L.
And then what's her date of birth?
I think it's January 4th, either 79 or 80. I'm not sure.
So, Maribel is just a family friend. She's not a relative.
She's not a relative.
And she had obtained custody, like not by court order, but she like just kind of retained
Physical custody of the baby, and then she ended up taking off.
And this was like was there like any kind of like who had custody of her at the time?
My daughter has always had, she's always had custody. She's never given up custody of the baby, but she was having Maribel watch her while some stuff was going on with the family. So Maribel ended up taking off about almost 2 years ago to El Paso, Texas. And when she took off, she cut us all off. She didn't tell us where she was. My daughter was living with her up until about a month before she left and moved. This one. And then she up and left and she took the baby. So I had to hire a lawyer and I had to hire a private investigator to find her. And I went through the entire civil route to get custody of her. So now I have custody of her, but they were trying to challenge and trying to make a special appearance into the account or to the case, but this case has been closed. So I have custody of the child, but she's not wanting to give me the baby back. So that's why I'm here today, because if she doesn't have a baby, I don't know where the baby's at. I don't know, I haven't seen the baby, nobody's been able to contact the baby. Like I was in El Paso, they did a welfare check, wasn't able to nobody's been able to lay eyes on the baby. So, she took off with her almost 2 years ago, but when we went up to El Paso, it was about 3 weeks ago.
But even then, you hadn't seen her, right?
Nobody's seen
on
her.
the welfare check, that was about 3 weeks ago, and they never...
And they wouldn't file a missing persons report, so that's, at this point, that's what I would like to do. If she's up there without a baby, I don't know where the baby's at.
And then, Maribel, do you know her current address now, or?
It's 775 Goosnark, Goosnargh Road, and it's Horizon City.
Horizon City? And then I think I have the clause number down already. It was August 5th? Right? Is
Yes,
that when it was?
I've had breaks since August.
Does she have any other, like disabilities or anything that, just for the details of the report, she doesn't have anything, any kind of epilepsy?
No, nothing.
That needs to be documented as well?
I mean, at this point, she knows that I have custody, and she's still not returning the child.
And then again, while lawyers can legally zealous for their client, it's got to be within the bounds of the law. So interference with child custody is a state jail felony. That's why we're trying to see if Maribel's up there. Because if Maribel's up there in that room, which I don't know, the officer wouldn't tell me, the process server would tell me,
Process
right?
service is
She's up there. Okay, then legally, Mazaheri needs to tell her, hey, look, she's asking for their child back. Are they going to file felony charges on her for interference with child custody? And if she doesn't turn over her child, then, if she does that, then she's off the hook. But if she doesn't tell her client to turn over the child, she can't help her client commit the felony, right? And so that's why we came down to this, trying to put Mazaheri on the spot and say, hey, you need to tell your client to turn over the child. There's the orders. The client's going to get a felony, and if you assist her in hiding the child, you're going to catch a felony. Or, what is it? There's a whole slew of charges that can be brought, but she's aiding in the felony. Chapter 7 of the Penal Code. I know that.
What's your full name?
George Saldana.
George with a J or G?
sorry, this has been going on for weeks, and nobody's seems to want to help me locate the baby.
If she has legal paperwork, we would love to see it. But it hadn't even been,
And you're still off of Royal? What's a good phone number for you?
210-837-2628.
Okay, what's your name, date of birth?
Here, let me. It's a. Let me grab my ID for you.
Sorry. Turn it off.